you tell a very funny tale in the interview that is in the magazine about the moment that you decided that, yes, I am a Liberal.
Yeah.
For me, when I decided I was a Conservative, it was hearing a speech by Margaret Thatcher in 1978. For you, it was meeting a Lib Dem canvasser who was wearing sandals and had a beard.
No, well, hang
almost.
on, almost. Look, I am not much of a person for the Pauline conversion, in truth. My life has been a journey. You read Obama's book. Obama's book is just a wonderful book. I mean, it's my sixth book, and I'd love somebody to say that I was a writer, but he's a writer. And to be able to write like that and be President of the United States seems to me to be an unfair distribution of talent and fortune. But his is an internal journey. Mine is books about an external journey, although there's a bit of internal journey in there. So the truth is that my belief in liberalism, I suppose, was born by my father, was unknowing to me, increased by my time in the Special Forces when I was serving with people in very small groups in quite dangerous circumstances upon whom I had to utterly rely for my life and they relied on me for theirs. And the fact that I was an officer and went to a public school had no relevance to the position we were in, and I became absolutely convinced about the importance of the individual from that. I thought the Labour Party was the place where that belief should be anchored. It turned out that the Labour Party then, in place of strife, was killed off by Jim Callaghan. I left the Labour Party in disgust. So at this stage, my father had started it. My experiences in the services had increased that. Didn't have a political home. I was politically homeless as a result of abandoning the Labour Party. And one day, knocking on my door, the year must be February, must be late January 74, so the nation is in a fever for the first of the 74 elections, to which I was completely disinterested. I was about to go out to my first serious spying job in Geneva. I was packing up the house and digging the back garden, and knock, knock, knock on the door, and I opened it, and here was this thing. I mean, I have to say to you, my memory has proved to me to be a most unreliable instrument. That's one of the lessons I've learned in this. But my memory tells me that standing at the door was this funny little man. I'm pretty sure he had an anorak on. He may have had a beard. I think the sandals have been added later, I have to tell you so. But he certainly spoke with a squeaky voice. And he said, "Hi, I'm from the local Liberals." And I said, "Go away." He said, "I want you to..." So at this stage, my hands are quite cold because it was January and I'd been digging. I said, "Okay, come in, sit down. If you can convince me to be a Liberal, I'm prepared to be a Liberal." So he came in and he sat down. And you couldn't have had a stranger instrument of the epiphany. And we sat there for 2 hours, at the end of which I suddenly discovered that that's what I'd been all my life. And as I say in the book, it was like pulling down an old coat and putting it on that had always been hanging there waiting for you to put on. And I've never ever doubted that since, never. That this is the only home I could never be a Tory. I could never be a Tory. I'm sorry, I really couldn't be a Tory. It's such a disgusting thing to be.
I sit here in shame.
And I mean, why be a member of the Labour Party? They don't believe in anything any longer. So I tried to find him since, without any luck whatsoever. Don't know where he's gone. He may have been mythical, vanished.
Now, you mentioned your career in the Special Forces and your career as a spy, which you've had to be quite careful about in the book. And I saw you on Andrew Marr yesterday, sort of dancing a merry little dance around the subject. But I mean, you're among friends here. With
the cameras on, I'm really amongst friends. Being interviewed by a Tory, I'm really amongst friends.